Hey guys, my name is Melody, and I want to talk to you about my strengths today. So, I want to start off by asking you guys a question. Have you ever wondered why you are the way you are? Well, I really haven't. I just thought I was born this way, and that's just how I was. I get emotional and I'm OCD about things. And, anyways, I really never put a label on it until I took this Strength Finder assessment. And what this did was ask me a bunch of questions, and I got my 5 top strengths, and they're totally spot on with my personality. My top 5 strengths are consistency, empathy, harmony, belief, and discipline. So I'm going to go ahead and get into these strengths a little bit and tell you how I kind of want to integrate them into my classroom. So we'll start off with consistency. Consistency is something I need to have to get through every single day. I always need a clear set of rules, schedule. I need to be consistent in everything I do to feel in control. I don't like things to not be fair for people. I don't like when someone else gets an upper hand because, for whatever reason, everyone should start on equal ground and have a chance to show their worth. In teaching, this is going to be important because my students thrive in organization and in an organized environment. A well-managed classroom is as important to students as it is for a teacher. So I want to be consistent in my schedules and my teachings, my grading. Everything I do will be consistent for my students as much as them as it is for me. My second strength is empathy, and this gives me the ability to take on others' emotions and to feel what they're feeling. It can be very exhausting because I physically can feel what the other people feel. I get emotional with them. I can usually answer their unspoken questions without them even asking, and I can anticipate their needs and then find and express a solution and help them express their feelings. As a teacher, this is going to be important because I must be able to connect and understand my students, and my empathetic side will allow me to do this. I want to emphasize nurturing with them and not judging. And I'm kind of scared because taking on emotions of 30 students every day sounds a little taxing, but I know that the reward is going to be way greater than my stress over it. So I know it's going to be fine because I just love kids. So my next thing is I hate conflict. So this is where harmony comes into play. I don't like any conflict. I'm one, if there is, to want to resolve it right then and there, talk it out. I'm always trying to make people comfortable that are around me. It's just my personality. It gives me anxiety when people don't get along and there's conflict. So in my classroom, obviously, I want to have harmony as much as possible, and I understand that kids have tons of personalities and we're going to have conflict. But it's how I resolve that. I will nip it in the bud, so to speak, right away, and resolve it by talking through it with the students that are having it, because I want it to be a safe and happy environment for my kids where they feel safe. My next strength is my belief, and I have very strong beliefs in Jesus, and I believe he's my Lord and Savior. The one thing is, though, is I don't judge people, and I know that in my class I'm going to come and see all walks of life, and I respect that. Everybody has a right to their own beliefs, and I will never push mine on my students. I will show my belief through my love and my teaching to them. I just pray that Jesus' light will shine through me and they will see a difference in me as a person. And that's all I can hope for, is that they feel my love and Jesus' love through my teaching. My last strength is discipline. This kind of goes hand in hand with consistency because I'm a little OCD, but I've always needed a routine in order to feel like I'm in control of my life. I need a schedule, I need routine, and this is the kind of discipline that I'm talking about. I don't like to control others, so I won't be a controlling teacher with my students. I just like to be in control of myself and what I have going on in my life. In the class, my discipline strength will come in the form of set expectations for my students, routines, rules, and consequences. It will all be laid out for them in that form. So I'm supposed to tell you about 3 different things from my strengths that I'm going to enter into my classroom. I kind of did that, but I'll kind of go in more depth on 3 of them. The first one I want to do is consistency. I want my students to know what is expected of them from the beginning. Like I said, they'll have clear schedule, set of rules. They will know how my classroom works every single day. So maybe in my absence, they'll know what's expected of them when someone is in my place. The next is my empathy. I want this to show towards my students, and I hope in turn this will rub off on them and they'll learn to be empathetic with each other. I want to show them that we need to, as human beings, need to understand each other's emotions, and empathy is key to building healthy, lasting relationships. So I want to teach this to my students. And lastly is discipline, of course. This will come in the form of my classroom management. Classroom management is everything. It's a clear set expectations from the beginning of the year. Students will know what I expect of them. And if the students can't manage my expectations, they will know what the consequences will be, because they will also learn those at the beginning of the year. So anyways, that was just a little bit about me now that I know who me is. And I hope that I will continue to build on these strengths and learn so that I can have the best classroom possible. Thank you.